Welcome to this week's version of the Allstate Bontrager Insurance Agency pregame show. We're standing here in Ray Skillman Stadium alongside Eric Moore. And Coach, we're coming off two really quality victories for the Trojans the past 2 weeks in Carmel and Ben Davis. And just to discuss Ben Davis last week briefly, it was a bad weather game, typically has been the last few years with Ben Davis, but our team came out focused and were able to get the ball up and down the field running really well and pulled out a victory.
Yeah, I thought our team handled the weather conditions very well. We didn't have really a turnover till the very end of the game that started all the momentum for Ben Davis. But other than that, I thought our guys caught the ball when the ball was thrown to them and ran the ball well. We had no turnovers till the very end of the game. I thought our kids displayed had good emotion and good passion. Our defensive kids they gave up a little bit in the beginning of the game. They bent, but they didn't break. And then we came on strong through the middle portion of the game and give up nothing. So, and then got a couple turnovers, a couple interceptions on defense, which that's always great. Again, the kicking game was phenomenal. I thought P.J. Buck is really back full strength now. He had some whopper punts that were just amazing. Brian Gaffney, the long snapper, gets down the field. Actually, that was voted our big play of the week, where he gets down the field and downs it on like the 3-yard line. Luke Eckert, strong extra points, PAT in that type of weather. And you didn't notice that he did a sky kick. He faked the sky kick and then kicked it over the kid's head on the left hash mark. So that was something we had a little bit of wind behind us, and we've been trying to do. And with Luke, and he only took one step, so it looked like we're going to sky kick it. Instead, he whipped the ball around and kicked it out of into the end zone on the other side. So the kicking game was an A+. We punted well. We did everything. We had one penalty on punt return. That was it. So really excited about getting our special teams the way they should be.
This week, North Central comes in on Bantam Night. Not too many years can we say over the last decade that they are going to come in with a better record than ours. They haven't quite had the schedule that we've played, but they are coming in at 3-1, ranked number 8 in the state. Quality victories over Fishers, HSC, and then last week Lawrence North, their MIC opponent, with their one setback being Warren Central. Strong quarterback and running back, a lot like what we've been seeing on week-to-week basis. They both can run and take the ball up the field.
Yeah, their offense is definitely improved from last year, and it's more technical and it's very sound. They don't make they've not made a lot of mistakes. And anytime you can win 3 games in your season out of 4, it's probably because you've not made mistakes. When we lose, it's because we make mistakes. They haven't made mistakes. Warren Central pretty much had their way with them. So we're hoping that physically we can try to have their way. Their defense is fast and got some size. I think it's a better defense than we played last week against Ben Davis. I think these guys are a little bit better defensively. But, we have to take it to them. It's going to be about our offensive line like it is every week. If we can go punch them in the throat on offense and take some air out of them, take their defense down a little bit and make some nice drives. First downs would be huge, getting 10, 11 play drives with first downs. But really, offensively, we got to get some type of game breaker going. We got to have a running back make a big run. We got to have a receiver make a big catch, and Jackson's got to make a good throw. Last week we missed a touchdown. Weather conditions were bad, but we can't do that anymore. We got to strike and make a big play. If we can do that on our offense, I think they will energize our defense, because they're going to have a load, because the North Central offense is really good, and to hold them down like we did Ben Davis last week will be difficult.
It's been a long time when we talk about our seasons, and always those first 4 games are always difficult, but it's been a long time where you look at your first 5 games and every one of them's been a ranked opponent. And the way this is going to continue, I think it's going to be that way probably throughout the rest of the season, which really keeps you on your heels and makes us have to be ready to play literally every week.
Well, I'm not sure if they'll all be ranked from here on out. They will, again, towards the end of the season. But the problem is their only losses are to teams like us or ranked teams. So you're not playing, you never get a week off. These teams in these other conferences have got these schedules where they play a really good team, and then they'll have 2 or 3 weeks where they play their opponents aren't as good and are not as big and as physical. I mean, honestly, Carmel and Ben Davis have taken a lot out of our program the last 2 weeks. We definitely got some injuries. We got some problems to deal with tonight. We're hoping that maybe North Central will be just as beat up, but they haven't quite had the opponents that we have had. Great thing about our schedule is that physical portion might be over, but you still have to play the great skill players the rest of the season. These are the type of teams like we saw last week against Ben Davis. One play, they can tie it or beat you. and they're back in it in 2 plays, 2 big plays that they seem to make. That's why offensively we got to strike somewhere tonight. Even the kicking game, if we can strike, we got to get a strike score, get ahead of them, and turn the field upside down on special teams. We got to make people play from behind when they play from behind against us. We have a lot more success because we can sort of tell what they're going to do on our defenses. It's a lot better for our defense when we're ahead and teams have to play from behind.
One other awesome item tonight, I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's Bantam Night, so you see the future coming up. It should be a great crowd. A lot of the young kids from flag all the way through will be here running through the helmet. You always take the time to greet them. It's a neat experience for all.
Yeah, them kids got a lot of energy. They come out there, they run through that helmet at about 100 miles an hour. Poor coaches trying to hang with them. That's sometimes tough. Just really shout out to those kids that play football in our Bantam League. It's the best Bantam League in the state by far. Really appreciate all their efforts. I appreciate the parents' efforts that get the kids there on practices and games during the week and weekend, but especially the coaches that volunteer so much time, so much effort. Yeah, they like to win, but they're doing it the right way, and that's what's so successful about our Bantam team is so successful because we do things the right way.
Last thing before we wish you luck in tonight's game, this past week was opening week of Colts football, or NFL football, I should say, and we have one of our ex-players, Nate Wozniak, part of the New Orleans Saints organization. Really, really excited. I know you worked a lot with him over the offseason, if you will, and it's just neat to see him be a part of a prestigious organization and doing well down there in New Orleans.
Well, you really don't watch the NFL because Sunday we're always working here on the next opponent. We may play it in the background, so I really don't care what the Colts did. I know they got beat. And I know my Patriots won, so that's the number one thing. But Nate Wozniak of the New Orleans Saints, I'm so proud of Nate. You know, he's the tallest player in the history of Center Grove football. He's probably the tallest player anywhere. But he come off a great career at Minnesota and got put on the practice squad. I did get a chance to speak with him. He's getting every rep in practice, so you can tell that they're making it to where he's going to be a keeper there. And as soon as one of their linemen, which is going to happen, one of their linemen gets injured, he's going to be out there on the field. So extremely excited for him. He had a good preseason. He's a smart kid. He's physically, he's just a phenomenal looking statue if you've ever seen Nate. But if you have a chance, let's wish him and the New Orleans Saints. I know it sounds a little weird. Best of luck, but especially Nate Wozniak, a former Trojan now in the NFL.
Pretty awesome. Everybody come out tonight to root on the Trojans on Bantam Night. It should be a great game. 3-1 North Central, ranked number 8, taking on our number 7 Trojans. Coach, good luck.
Thanks, man. Yeah, get out here and support watch the Bantam kids run out. Get here early, eat some concessions, and watch the Bantam kids run through the helmet, and just have fun. This is going to be a beautiful night. If you've not got a chance to come out yet, come on out. There's plenty of seats in Ray Skillman Stadium. It's a beautiful place to watch a football game. No ticket better than $5 on a Friday night to see the Trojans. Go Trojans, beat the Panthers.